Bountiful produce, quality meats, frozen favorites, and a fresh bakery. These are the qualities of Brothers Market in Sigourney. Brothers Market is proud to serve the Sigourney community and is one of several locations in Iowa, Kansas, and Missouri. For any of your grocery, meat, deli, bakery, or special order needs, shop Brothers Market at 118 South Main Street in Sigourney. Brothers Market was honored at the 2024 Iowa Hunger Summit for its efforts to serve underprivileged and disadvantaged communities. Brothers Market, a piece of the community you can count on.
Come to Helmuth Ford, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shuttler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
Just another morning show here on Steve.
Tokyo.
Hello, Tokyo. Time for just another morning show here on Steve Shuttler Media, brought to us each weekday and every day by Brothers Market in Sigourney, Iowa. Did you know that? They're in Sigourney.
Every day?
Every single weekday.
Wow.
We are sponsored by Brothers Market.
Man.
Rick Landgrebe and the crew at Brothers Market, where savings are made simple. Digital coupons, you can earn some rewards, find out the deal of the week, shopping deals, and more at shopbrothersmarket.com, and also by downloading the app. Again, smart way to shop, Brothers Market in Sigourney. Get in there for your grocery needs. Let's go to Oski Dental. They sponsor our studios, which, again, we're live and local in downtown Sigourney. We're right above Barnwired on the south side of the square, in the loft above Barnwired. And Oski Dental sponsors the studios.
Yeah, the loft, or, as Steve learned yesterday, the Haymow.
Yes.
Mow. The Mow.
Papa Haymow.
Yes, Oski Dental. You know what? I'm going to need you to text me this afternoon or this evening and just say reminder. And I will remember what the reminder is for.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Oski Dental.
Should I make a mental note?
Yes.
What's going on?
I need you to remind me of something.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Dang it.
I know. This is killing me. The suspense is deafening. Oh, man, I tell you. Whoa. Thought maybe Toothy had entered, but entered the wrong way. Oski Dental, again, proud sponsors of our studio. Saw Dr. Dan last night, just a quick hi in the grocery store. That was nice. He was on his telephone. I think he just lifted his phone up to look busy because he's like, oh no, not Neil. But he gave me a big smile. Schedule your appointments with Dr. Dan. They're always accepting new patients. They will file your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta Dental provider. And on top of all that, they're on 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. 641-673-4845.
That's a great jingle that you came up with.
Toothy.
Or Toothy. I'm not sure who made up.
I'm pretty sure it was a collaboration.
Oski Dental, we thank them. We thank Brothers Market. Hey, let's take it over to the Weather Lab.
Okay.
Neil Crott not only does advertisements, he also is a meteorologist. And he plays one on TV.
That's right. And
go for it,
boy,
Neil.
After yesterday's forecast, aren't you guys glad you hunkered down? Hey, you know what? If you hadn't been prepared, it would have happened. Or it could have.
What did I say at the very end of the show?
Something about everyone's going to die, good riddance, something like that. I don't know.
I think I said it's not going to happen.
Right. And that's fine. Steve now is the forecaster. When you need to know what's going on with the weather, you just ask Steve because he'll just be like, ain't going to happen.
Ain't gonna.
So if it ever changes, he'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, he'll blame it on me. Garden Gate bringing you today's forecast. They've got everything you need from fresh floral arrangements, home decor, sympathy gifts. I feel like today I'm in,
You are in
mode.
full-blown
I
advertiser
am.
mode.
You know what? They've got more than just what you see there on the screen. They've got cards. They've got other kinds of gifts. They've got, I can't even think of everything. It's so much stuff.
Hawkeye stuff.
Oh, Hawkeye stuff. They probably got some of the
Iowa
other
State
teams.
stuff for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, I wasn't even going to say their name, Steve.
No, they got probably some Cardinal and Cubs stuff.
Yeah, they've got
You're
a lot of
baseball
stuff.
fan?
They know what they're doing. You know why? They've
Why?
been there for 28 years.
Wow.
That's right. Mostly sunny today, a high near 66. Breezy day out there. Oh, man. What? Gusts as high as 30. Wow.
I mean, that's calm to what it was doing last night.
Right. But still, come on. Ooh, tonight, partly cloudy, a low around 44. North winds around 5. Oh, that'll feel nice. Just stay up all night. Chance of showers before 1 tomorrow. And then between 1 and 4. So showers after. A chance of showers beginning sometime tomorrow and pretty much all day long a chance. A high near 63. Chance of rain is 80%. Showers and thunderstorms tomorrow night. 53 for an overnight low. Showers likely again on Thursday. 67 for a high. I'm trying to pick apart this. So tomorrow, before 1, then showers possible, yes, between 1 and 4, then showers after 4. Huh.
National Weather Service has always worded things weird.
Yeah, it is. It's a little bit hunky-dory.
Otherwise, right now we have humidity at 74%. Winds are northwest, anywhere from maybe 10, 15 to 20 miles per hour. 35 mile per hour gusts.
You looked at me like I was going to tell you.
All over the place, man. Barometer at 29.99, almost at 30. Dew point at 42. And currently, I don't know, it's right around 55 degrees here in downtown Sigourney. So starting off kind of warm. We're really not going to get all that warm. 66 will be the high. So we're not going to get a whole lot warmer, but a little bit. So
Nothing like yesterday. Woo.
Yeah, I got up to 82 yesterday.
Yeah, that was warm enough.
So let's bring us back up here on the screen. Yeah, I was telling you before we went on the air today that last night, I always, at the home studio, I do, we leave here after we get done here in the mornings, do some work at the home studio with Poopy the cat. And to entertain Poopy, I always open up the window and let him look outside from his little perch in the old home studios. I forgot to close the window before going to bed. Woke up about midnight. I mean, it was really, really blowing around. And it just dawned on. It was one of those things where I'm laying in bed, half asleep, and I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't close the window. So I knew things were going to be blowing around in there. So got up, turned the light on, closed the window in the studio. The suction of the window and the air current sucked the door shut, slamming it shut, which I was trying to be quiet to not disturb my wife and the dogs.
Sure.
So the door slams shut. Hank, one of our dogs, gets up out of bed, starts walking around, and we have hardwood floors, so his claws are clicking on the hardwood. He gets nervous with storms anyway. He was not wanting to go back to bed. It went from being just a little thing, needing to close that window, to just making all sorts of noise.
Well,
and it took me a while to get back to sleep.
That's the way it normally goes.
Yeah.
Try to do something good, and it just turns out and kicks you in the butt.
It was just super windy, though, last night.
Yeah, it really was.
Man, it was crazy.
It's amazing to me when you are in your house and it gets windy like that, and you start hearing noises, and you think, okay, what is that? Because now today I've got like 2 spots in the house on the outside I want to go check out. Like there was something out there like tapping against the house. Like what is loose, hanging, or...
It was Bigfoot tapping on your window.
I don't think
want in.
No. No.
Let's do our This or That. It's sponsored by Stacy Flynn, Legacy Insurance Group, and Welcome Realty in Sigourney. And this is jazz. That is rock.
Duh.
Duh. That's the response we get today.
Yep. Duh.
It's you like jazz. You're going with jazz on this one?
You know what? I had to play jazz in high school for the jazz band.
Yeah.
And funny story is, I really didn't want to. There was 2 other guys that really enjoyed playing jazz on drums, but I didn't want them using my drum set. So I said, I'll go out for jazz just so nobody will touch my drums. Man, was that a mistake. Because not my forte. Ding, chick, da ding, chick, da ding, chick, da ding, chick, da boom, 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 boom. It's not. Yeah. It's what it sounds like once in a while to me. Now, good jazz is great, but I would pick rock.
I would too.
I'm just saying.
I mean,
yeah.
Those long-haired hippie guys on the right-hand side playing their guitars.
Devil's music.
Rock and roll. Are you ready to rock? So, yeah, this or that, jazz or rock. We're both in the rock side of things. Question of the day goes up at noon. It's sponsored by Amy's Salon House and Spa in Sigourney. What TV show had the best series finale?
Wow. That could take a little bit of thinking.
I mean,
if you go by the ratings, we all know
MASH
is like still to this date the most watched TV show or final episode.
Always will be, too.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't know how they could ever... Well, nowadays especially, there's not enough people watching.
Yeah.
But, so that was probably considered the best, but in my mind, my favorite, gosh.
All right, let's throw the obvious ones out there. You got MASH, you got Seinfeld, you got Cheers.
That's what I'm thinking of Seinfeld.
What comes
Friends.
after those 3?
Friends was pretty big for the Friends fans.
Yeah.
You don't watch Friends, so...
The Office was a good finale.
Yeah, that was a really good one. There had to be other good shows.
My story on my favorite show, Breaking Bad. I've told that story before, I think, where I was under the assumption when I first started watching Breaking Bad that it was 7 seasons long.
Yeah.
And it was actually 5 seasons.
Oh.
And when it got to the end of season 5, the very end, I was expecting more.
Oh. So maybe you didn't like the series finale.
Well, not to spoil. I was like, well, because when on Netflix, when you get to the end of a series,
yes, I hate that.
Or you get to the end of a show, it shows that the next show is coming up.
Or in season 2 starting next.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then it got to the end of season 5 on Breaking Bad, and there was nothing else popping up. And I turned to my wife, and I was like, well, I wonder how not to spoil it if somebody's going to watch it, but how are they going to come back from this?
Yeah.
And she was like, they're not. That was the end. And I was like, no.
Those are, I'm not sure how to take those. They're good cliffhangers, but at the same time, you want some resolution. I don't know.
Yep. So, yeah, I don't know.
Gosh, I'm trying to think of other really good shows that I was into. I can tell you this, if you were fans of watching Cobra Kai, was not impressed with that series finale.
Let's see here. So I did a quick Google.
Yeah.
They say Breaking Bad, Sopranos, The Office, Parks and Rec, Mary Tyler Moore Show.
See, there'd be some older ones that we wouldn't probably remember.
Lost. That was, I remember that being very, what do you want to say, controversial.
Oh, really?
At the time.
I don't remember the ending of that.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer,
Okay.
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld was the one that just, you're like, oh, so this really is it? Because they could have kept going.
Saint Elsewhere.
Oh, there's probably a lot of those.
The Shield. Yeah. Anyway. Best series finale. That's what we're looking for our question of the day.
Wow.
Coming up tonight, it's Tuesday night. That means we've got Tuesday night tune-up coming up. We'll be live from the Oskaloosa Pizza Ranch. TNT, Saif Grafke is your host. We'll be live streaming the video from Facebook and YouTube. Of course, we'll have it on podcast form wherever you get podcasts after the show is over. Get in there to Pizza Ranch in Oskaloosa. Again, we'll be live. It's kids' night. 10 and under eat free. We'll have the PCRC Speedway race guys in. They were in last year during the fall, and they were such great guests. We're going to have them back again this year. If you like what... Is it remote control cars?
Yeah, radio controlled, I think.
Radio control. I say remote, you say radio.
You know what? There's a difference, but yeah. RC.
race cars. That's what we're going to be talking tonight. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Curtis Vanderwall will be joining us as co-host tonight. So Curtis will be joining us as his work schedule allows. He does a lot of traveling in his daytime job, but he moonlights as co-host of the Tuesday night tune-up. So Safe's there. We think Curtis is there. We've got the PCRC guys. Is that the Penn Central?
Well, they started there.
Yeah, they've got the Lighton Speedway with their RC cars.
I don't know. That's a good question to find out tonight.
I think it is. I think it's the Penn Central radio.
Yeah, maybe.
Cars.
Radio control. Yeah.
Control.
I don't.
Yeah.
All I know is not to plug it, but yeah, come out and watch the show because they got some good food going on over there in Oskaloosa.
Yeah.
Just saying.
New management, new ownership. I think everything's new.
Yeah.
And they're doing a great job. So stop in there, be part of the live show, watch it on Facebook, YouTube, or listen to it in podcast form. I think Safe's calling in here a little bit later on.
Oh, boy.
To hype up the
Good.
show.
I mean...
Yeah, you'll be able to talk to him this time. Because we got things...
As long as you got me turned on.
Yeah. Oh, you're turned on, buddy. I can tell.
Some people call that my fake laugh. I don't appreciate it.
So we're doing just another morning show. We think we're going to have Gary from KCED coming in for his normal chat on a Tuesday, so stay tuned for that. Dan Schuster is in the comments.
Yeah?
He said he was on his phone with his brother. He was surprised to see such a celebrity out shopping. He says, as I thought you had servants to take care of that, I can't talk.
No. I wouldn't do that. I mean, it's all about the little people, right?
The little people.
They got lives too. So thank you, Dan.
It's April 29th on a Tuesday. On this date in history, Joan of Arc. Let's go way back.
I don't know enough about this whole entire story.
1429, Joan of Arc entered the besieged city of Orleans, France? How do you say that?
No
to
idea.
lead a victory over the British. Huh. So, but then here's the funny thing. So we went from, I don't know how you say it, Orleans, France, to New Orleans here in the United States on this date, 1865. New Orleans fell to Union sources during the Civil War. So, New Orleans.
It was already called New Orleans? New Orleans? I wonder if he...
is there an old Orleans?
Or just a plain old Orleans? Yeah. Huh.
On this date in 1913, the Zipper. That was my zipper. The Zipper was patented. Every once in a while, I'll let out a little weird noise.
And somehow it always gets me right when I'm taking a drink of something.
Zipper was patented by Swedish-born engineer Gideon Sundebach.
What now?
I don't know why he sounded Russian, but Swedish-born engineer Gideon.
He's German-Swedish.
Yeah. 1913 for the Zipper.
Boy, where would we be without it?
Yeah.
Button flies, that's where.
On this date, 1965, a 6.5 earthquake hit Seattle.
Wow.
I mean, that's on the... Yeah, so usually you don't hear... I don't think you hear of earthquakes in Seattle all that often. Before that, the biggest quake and tremors that Seattle had was when the first Starbucks opened, so all the rumbling... Thank you. 1988, McDonald's announced they were going to build their first restaurant in Russia.
Nice try.
Russia. 1988.
Really?
Today on the National Day calendar, it's International Dance Day. Go ahead, get up.
Get up?
I thought you were going to get up and do a dance. It looked like you were going to get up, but, don't strain yourself.
Yeah, come on. It's too early.
It's National Arbor Day. Didn't we talk about that recently?
Yeah, because you asked
Plant a
when
tree.
is Arbor Day, and I had to look up when it is.
Tree for your tomorrow. R.I.P. John Denver. National Shrimp Scampi Day.
Whoa, love me some shrimp scampi. You probably wouldn't even look at it, but...
Too fishy.
Oh, my gosh.
Too fishy. Yeah, Rick, we'd like a guest. Come on
what?
in. Come on in tomorrow.
Like I guess
We're open.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Rick, as long as you hit the right button.
And also today, of course, it's Zipper Day. So
That's weird because today is the wow, huh? Zipper. Remember? Think back to here's a good one. Think back to all the odd and non-necessary places zippers have been used. I remember jeans that had like maybe a 4-inch zipper on the very bottom of the pant leg. I don't remember the brand. They were very stupid. And what were the shoes that had the little zipper pouch on this? Do you remember what I'm talking about?
No?
I think they were like kangaroos or something.
Okay.
You don't remember those?
Ruse?
Ruse? Is that what it, maybe it's just ruse. I called them kangaroos. Maybe it was. I just remember they had a little zipper pouch on the side. I don't know if you could even fit a quarter in them, but I remember something about that.
Oh, they were kangaroos. You're right.
They were?
I mean, the emphasis was on the ruse.
Okay. Huh.
Produced from 1979 through the 80s.
The original shoes with pockets.
Ruse. Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't remember those.
Really?
I guess something must have triggered in my brain.
Well, you were probably like, oh, those aren't cool enough for me. I need me my Reeboks or my Nikes.
I had my Air Jordans.
Oh,
man.
of course you did.
Funny story on my Air Jordans. I got the original red and white and black ones, like Michael Jordan with the Chicago Bulls back in the day. And the cool thing was, at least when I was in middle school, was to wear them not tied. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah,
phase?
definitely.
All right. So you didn't tie your shoes.
Oh, yeah.
I went to gym class at middle school with my shoes like that and was, how everybody lined up on the one side and, you did your jumping jacks. Well, Mr. Smith.
Oh, boy.
Saw my shoes untied. And he wasn't having that. Jack Smith, basically, he ordered me to tie my shoes.
And you did.
I did.
Yeah, it wasn't like an argument or a debate. You just, if he asked, you did
it. You did it.
That's funny.
So, yeah.
He wasn't impressed with your shoes then?
No, he was not having my shoes untied.
Huh.
Didn't care that I was being fashionable with my Air Jordans.
No.
Let's go to some things you need to know. Things you need to know. The number of babies born in the United States actually rose 1% from last year.
Whoa, don't look at me.
How many of them are little Neils? 3,667,758 babies were born last year.
Oh, that's a lot of kids.
That's 1% more than 2023. So,
man.
Good job, everybody.
High five.
Keep reproducing out there. Now, I wonder how many deaths there were in the U.S. I want to see if we're reproducing at a good enough rate to keep up with the amount of... Because if people are dying,
man, that was
you got to keep them coming in.
You just took that from...
No.
You sort of...
a logical question.
It is a logical question. How would you even approach that question? Are we...
How many U.S. deaths 2024? See what pops up on ye old Google.
This is horrible. Oh, no. Oh, there's a lot of things that pop up before you get your whole... Yikes. Whew. It says, oh my gosh, 1,615,000. Okay, are you looking at your baby thing? Your number, what was it?
Yeah. 3,667,000.
We're overproducing, baby. We were just 1.5 million.
Really?
Yeah. That's what it says.
Okay. All right.
Huh.
That's all right. Well, good for us.
Maybe that can't be right. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if Google just plays with me.
Maybe. Gucci goo.
Gucci goo.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame coming up. The inductees for 2025 are Bad Company.
Yes. Why haven't they been in 40 years?
I don't know. You've also got Come On Baby, Let's Do the Twist. Chubby Checker going in. Joe Cocker. You got a good Joe Cocker
I
impersonation?
don't even remember the name of one of his songs.
It was always very... He's a weird guy to watch sing. Cyndi Lauper.
Oh, wow, really?
Girls, and Neil just wants to have fun with the girls. Outkast. Why is Outkast going in? Isn't he a rapper?
They, yeah.
They?
I know. I don't get it anymore. Why? Yeah.
Soundgarden.
That's awesome.
Black Hole Sun. Soundgarden going in.
Cool.
And boom, 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 boom.
White Stripes.
Boom. Yeah. The
that
White
what?
Stripes going in.
Wow.
So.
What was I looking up? Joe Cocker. I can't even
Are you
remember.
familiar with his singing style?
Well, I'm not
Like, he
sure.
looks like he's having a fit of some sort. Like, something's medically wrong with him
Yeah?
when he sings. But
Little Help from My Friends?
yeah.
Is that one of his bigger ones?
Yeah. He sang the theme
Feeling All Right?
for Wonder Years. What was that song?
Oh, really?
Moving on here. Joann stores, Joann Fabric.
Yeah.
A third of them going to be closing this week.
Dang it.
The rest of the fabric and craft retailers' locations expected to close next month. So Joann's is out of here.
Man.
Former, excuse me.
You're good.
Former NFL star, Minnesota Vikings running back Adrian Peterson, arrested early Friday morning in the Minneapolis area. Drunken driving charges.
Yeesh.
Shame on you. He was attending an NFL draft party, so went home a little tipsy. Got pulled over. Other NFL news, Washington Commanders are getting a new stadium. Guess how much a new football stadium in Washington, D.C.
Is it millions
costs?
or billions? At least tell me that much.
I'll just say that it's $4
billion. Are you kidding?
$4 billion worth of a new stadium. Ding dong. This is a site. It'll go up on the site of the current RFK stadium. So and the Washington Commanders aren't even that good here. I mean, I think they made the playoff. Yeah, they had a nice run in the playoffs this past season.
Huh.
But I mean, and they had really good teams back in the 90s and 80s into the 90s. But
what were they before?
The Redskins.
Okay, thank you. I was gonna say I don't remember no Commanders.
Yeah, stupid name. But yeah, even a mediocre team at best. Wow. See, that shows you the amount of money. We always go back to are athletes worth the money that they're making? I mean, yes, they are.
Apparently.
And they should probably be making more. Because if a mediocre at best team like the Redskins / Commanders can spend $4 billion on a new stadium, they can pay their players millions and millions. I mean, it's just...
But
the money in the NFL... I mean, it is what it is. I'm not complaining. I don't care.
I do.
There's just huge money in sports.
Yeah, it's dumb.
People, like, the owners are just making, obviously $4 billion enough to build a new stadium.
Right.
So that's what's going on there. Other things you need to know, researchers have found that as humans grow older, a specific type of adult stem cell... Oh, this is what's working against us, Neil.
Oh, really?
A certain type of stem cell in belly fat becomes highly active, rapidly producing new fat cells and driving the expansion of waistlines in middle age. So we should just give up now.
Well, yeah. How do they combat it? I was at my doctor yesterday just for a routine checkup, and I'm like, "What can you do about this, doc?" And he told me to quit eating. I didn't like that answer.
Celery,
as I
grapes,
get my jelly beans ready for a little bit later.
Diet Mountain Dew. Yeah. All great things. All great things. If you would do me a big favor, Neil, and back out the video there for Gary so we don't chop off the top of his head. I'll show you what's going on there. There we go. That's good. All right, so we welcome in Mr. Gary Osebaker from KCED, our normal Tuesday morning chat. What is going on, Gary?
Good morning.
Well, good morning to you guys. And I can't tell you how uplifting the belly fat article was.
Right? That's just depressing.
I'm energized. I mean, I'm telling you, it's
energized.
There's nothing we can do. It's our fat cells are working against us.
Yes, it's like Kant's philosophy, right? I mean, just we're all going to die.
Yeah.
I've never felt so uplifted.
Yeah. Well, think how I feel. I mean, I was in a good mood until I came up here.
You should have waited like 2 minutes.
Would you like a jelly bean?
Jelly bean, I do.
No, I'm trying to quit.
To go with your coffee, I see you stopped into Barn Wired this morning.
Yes, I can't get that close and not stop. So.
Yeah. Of course, our studio's located just above Barn Wired here on the square in Sigourney. So what's the latest and greatest happening with Keokuk County Economic Development, Gary?
So last week, we had a representative from Home Base, Iowa come to visit and spoke to a small group of people. His name was Zachary. What was his name? Zachary Nelson.
Okay.
Good guy. And Home Base, Iowa is all about making a community and a county, in our case, we're interested at the county level, welcoming to veterans that are mustering out of the service. And so I wasn't able to attend. I had another commitment that I couldn't, but Holly was the master of ceremonies, and there were several other people there. And the interesting thing that came out of it, the idea that I'd like to just share while we're here is military personnel could be a very good source of employees for people in this area. And I know from direct experience, because I'm on the council, that we've been looking for like a police, this is an example, like a police chief. So if we were to become a Home Base, Iowa county, the people like Zachary and people in his organization could go to the centers where military personnel are mustering out and recruit. And so I'd like to use that as kind of a test case. Of course, first we have to qualify. There are a few things that we have to do.
Okay.
But I'd like to use that as a test case. And I've talked to a couple of business owners and managers in the area and kind of floated the idea with them. And I'd like to put together a few resumes and give them to HBI and see if we can find some quality personnel. And the reason I'm thinking along these lines is because everybody that I talk to seems to be having challenges finding and retaining employees, right? Mm-hmm. Not that we don't have good people around here, we do. But we always seem to be needing more, and this would be a way to bring people into the community. So I'm kind of interested in whether or not we can pull that together and see if we can get some results.
Okay. Interesting stuff there. Again, we're chatting with Gary Osbaker from Keokuk County Economic Development on Tuesday. Anything else going on, Gary? Other than, of course, we have our normal events that we talk about. You've got the farmers market coming up here in May.
In June.
June? All right.
Yes.
See, this is why we bring it up.
Yes.
Because
June 4th.
June 4th. That's the kickoff date.
That's the kickoff date. That's Holly always sends me with my brains.
All right. How long does the farmers market run through?
September. Yep.
Okay.
So it'll be there all summer. We'll be on the north side of the square. Stop by, but get some produce. There are craft vendors. Get something to eat because we'll have food trucks around. I believe every weekend I think they've got someone lined up, and there will be music, which seems to be kind of a really hot item.
Oh, yeah.
When I walk by, I see a lot of people sitting on the park benches and just really enjoying the musicians. Yep. So it's a great way to spend a Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, sure.
And then we got, as I mentioned before, the car show on July 12th. We're looking for that to be bigger and better even than it was last year. Planning is underway, has been for a long time, so we're very optimistic about the outcome.
Cool.
All right. So those events coming up here in Sigourney and the surrounding area here with Keokuk County Economic Development. Of course, you've got your Facebook page that you keep updated on. The website is what?
KCEDiowa.org. And there's a new Facebook page out there also for the Keokuk County Child Care Network. You might want to go check that out. Search in Facebook on Keokuk County Child Care Network spelled out.
Okay.
Because nobody knows what KCCN is.
Yeah.
So we would invite you to that. We're also planning a fundraising event at Lagos Acres for the Kyoto Center. That's on May 22nd, I believe. And so we're very optimistic to have a great turnout there as well.
Okay.
Good deal.
Something popped into my brain while you were talking, and now it totally went in one ear and out the other, and I can't remember what I was going to ask.
Tomorrow that will be a news story
yes.
about middle-aged men.
Yes.
Yesterday was belly fat, and tomorrow it's brain farts.
Hate it when that happens.
That's great.
Anything else going on that you wanted to bring up?
No, sir. I think that's about all we've got for this week, and just thank you for having me up.
Yeah, let's get your opinions before you get out of here on our topics of discussion for today. Are this or that, jazz or rock? Which kind of music do you prefer if it comes down to those two?
I like both, but rock is better.
All right, you're going with rock.
Thank you.
Question of the day: what TV show had the best series finale?
This one I'm excited to hear.
Well, for a tearjerker, I guess it was MASH.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's the one that always pops up into my brain.
After 9 years, you get to know the people. They're practically part of the family, and then they split up, and it's sad.
Yep.
But the war was over, so that was a good thing.
Yep. And those are our two things. We don't have a tournament going on this
tournament?
week.
No jelly bean contest, nothing like that.
No jelly beans. Nah,
I guess we could have made a guessing game out of what kind of coffee did I have this morning, because I stopped at Barn Wired myself, but we should have done that. What kind?
You don't even know what kind of coffee
I really don't.
You just went in and
I just sort of threw some things at her and said I'd put her together.
If you put enough stuff in it, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, right. I'm not even sure if it had coffee in it now.
Make it taste good.
It definitely did.
Well, that's Gary from KCED. Gary, thanks for coming in as always.
Yes.
And let's take a quick break. We'll be back with more here on Just Another Morning Show right after this.
Cranberry wine from Tassel Ridge Winery is a pink wine that captures the tart cranberry punch and complements it with a smooth and sweet finish. Cranberry wine will complement the ham in your family dinner at Easter, and it will add something special to light, spicy spring dishes. Cranberry wine is best when served chilled. Cranberry wine is available at the winery and at many of our more than 350 retail outlets in Iowa.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to enjoy their dreams.
Try it again. You're getting the hang of this. Good job.
American Family Insurance.
Contact Christy Tarr in Oskaloosa at 641-673-8965.
Keokuk County Medical Clinic is your one-stop shop for healthcare. Our behavioral health providers offer a wide range of services to help you reach your goals. We have multiple family practice providers who see patients of all ages for acute and chronic care. Through a partnership with Bloom Pediatrics of Ottumwa, McKenna Bond, ARNP is here on Wednesday and Friday mornings to give your child the special care they need. Libby Dasso, PAC, is here for all your rheumatology needs. Jack's Corner Drug is located just down the hall for your convenience.
I do.
Hey, we are back here on Steve Shuttler.
See, Steve,
your microphone's on, Neil.
Oh, I know. Steve likes to get me sometimes. And right as he's turning them on, I don't even know it. So I have to stop something mid-sentence. So that time, I just came guns a-blazing.
You're just talking before you're talking. Talkity talk. All right, so thanks to Gary for coming in from KCED, hanging out with us on a Tuesday. Let's get back into some things you need to know.
Right.
There are more things you need to know. More. We might want to rethink our career choices, Neil. We might want to get into online scamming.
All right.
Just saying.
Okay.
Online scammers
Is it easy?
brought in $16.6 billion last year. That was a 33% annual increase. So what? It would have been like $10 billion the year before. So if you want to make, write that down. Put that in your notes. Online scammers making $16.6 billion. Of course, we had Pope Francis pass away. What, was that 2 weeks ago now?
Yeah.
Maybe last week? I don't know. The conclave, going to begin a week from tomorrow, May 7th. Pope Francis's successor must secure a 2/3 majority of 135 voting eligible cardinals, of whom he appointed 108 during his tenure. So he kind of set this up where he put people in place to get the next person in.
Really?
Observers say the race is wide open, though, with no clear front runner. So,
see, that's what's weird to me about that position when you use words like that. A front runner. I mean, I don't know enough about it, and I'm not even trying to go there like I do. But like it sounds more like an election. When I would think
very political.
It would be very, appointed by
God.
Well, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know.
God should just say in a booming voice, "This one is my elected."
Sure, I would believe it then.
And then you don't hear from God for a while.
Right.
He should just,
Yeah.
God, show him the way, please.
Do it.
Selma Blair. Who is Selma Blair?
Selma Blair?
Do me a Google on Selma, Selma Blair. Says that she is doing amazingly well and is truly relapse-free from symptoms of multiple sclerosis more than 6 years after she shared her diagnosis with fans.
Well, she's an actress. She was in Cruel Intentions, Legally Blonde, Hellboy 1 and 2.
Okay.
She seems somewhat familiar, but not really.
Selma Blair. Doing good, though, after her multiple sclerosis diagnosis. Football coach Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
You know his story with his young girlfriend, don't you? Are you familiar with that? So Bill's like 70-something.
Oh, yeah.
She's like 20-something.
Who's he the coach for?
He was a Patriots coach.
Okay, yes, then I remember part of this, yes.
Yeah. So football coach Bill Belichick sat down on CBS Sunday morning this past weekend to talk about everything in his life, but when the reporter asked about how he met his girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, she shut down the question. Jumped in and said, "We're not talking about this." So, how did they meet?
She was in a birthday cake.
Or she was on a pole.
One of the two. Maybe both.
Online
yeah.
somewhere.
Ooh, okay.
So, I don't know. I mean, that just kind of sparks more interest.
Well, yeah, now everybody's going to be digging even deeper.
Yep. Staying with football, the son of Atlanta Falcons defensive coordinator Jax Ulbrich, has admitted that he was the guy that made that prank phone call to Shedeur Sanders during the NFL draft. He apologized on Instagram saying, quote, "I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me." He called up. So
I don't know any of this.
This is Deion Sanders' kid, the one that was supposed to. Shedeur. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. Sanders,
close enough.
Huge ego. Like Deion Primetime Sanders has an ego that's just can't be contained. Shedeur has an even bigger ego.
Really?
And they was thinking he'd go high in the first round. Well, he didn't get drafted till the 5th round, which the money between being drafted in the first round and the 5th round is drastic. And he was, he's basically calling himself a legend already. A little humble pie. But evidently, I don't know why the son of the defensive coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons made that prank phone calls. But he had called him during the draft, said he was an owner, and was telling Sanders that he was going to be drafted next. Well,
no.
It didn't happen. Wondering what was happening there. Don't know if there's anything illegal about that. I wonder if prank phone calls. I wonder if,
I'm still looking up scamming, so.
Okay. Looking to get into the scamming business?
Yeah.
How about this? Are you got anything on that? Or?
No. Well, I mean, it's just in the initial research area. I mean, how do you become a scammer on the internet? There's no formal education for teaching someone to commit a crime.
You just have to be a sleazy scumbag.
How do I become one now? Well, I'm not even clicking on that because that's probably FBI related. Jeez. Yeah, I'm going to click out of this right now.
Let's go back to things you need to know. A unique letter written by a Titanic passenger, Archibald Gracie, from aboard the doomed ship has sold for $400,000 at an auction in the United Kingdom. It starts by saying, "Dear so-and-so."
Whoa.
Too much? Too soon?
Too soon. Too soon, man. Too soon.
And then all the ink got smeared by the water. I don't. That's horrible.
That was pretty good, though.
The 151st running of the Kentucky Derby coming up on Saturday.
Oh, I heard about this.
Santa Anita Derby winner Journalism. That's the horse's name. Journalism is the current favorite to win the Derby, 3-1. So put your money on Journalism.
Is that all the info you have on the Kentucky Derby?
That's all I got.
Because I saw some last night.
Yeah.
Late country singer Toby Keith's daughter, Crystal, has got one of her dad's horses in the Derby this weekend.
Okay. For some reason, he popped into my brain.
Really?
Because I knew he was a horse owner.
What was the name of this one they're talking about?
Journalism.
This one is... Boy, they come up with different names.
Yeah.
The horse Render Judgment made it yesterday, just hours before the post-position drawing.
Okay.
Render Judgment. They have some really cool names for horses.
Yeah.
Mine would be like Ed.
So the Kentucky Derby coming up this weekend. That's like the one horse race that I'm interested in.
I was going to say it's the only one I've ever watched.
Because it's usually like, I don't know, it seems like it's always on around like 5 o'clock on a Saturday. So
And you can watch it in like no time.
Yeah.
Doesn't
it
it
takes
pretty
like
fast?
2 minutes
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
The Biebs, Justin Bieber, mourning the loss of his grandfather, who died this past week at the age of 80. So, R.I.P. to Grandpa Bieb.
R.I.P. to Grandpa Beeb.
Poor
Beeb.
Poor Bieb. Leave it to Bieber. Harry Potter star Rupert Grint. He's the redheaded kid from Harry Potter, if you've seen those movies.
Yeah.
Him and his longtime partner, actress Georgia Groom, have welcomed their second child together, a little daughter named Goldie.
Oh, Goldie.
Goldie Grint.
Goldie Grint. Poor kid.
Saturday... Go ahead.
She's doomed.
Saturday Night Live alumni, or not alumni, but current person, Colin Jost? How do you say his name? I can't remember
if it's Jost or Jost. He's hilarious, though.
I never
and
watched
Michael
Saturday
Shea.
Night Live.
That's the only good thing about SNL still is those two guys on Weekend Update.
Okay.
They're hilarious.
So, he's been on Saturday Night Live for 20 years now?
Oh, I wouldn't have known that.
That's what they say.
Wow.
May 17th will be the 50th season finale. He's going to be hosting his 200th Weekend Update.
Wow.
With his wife, Scarlett Johansson, hosting the show. They're saying that the rumor is that he's going to be announcing that his retirement from Saturday Night Live. So,
well, if she's going to be on the show, it would be, I mean, you don't have to watch the show. Wait till the next day and they play the good parts.
Yeah.
Because they always are really good at putting his wife in the joke segments. Yeah. So you know it's going to be funny.
Yeah. So
wow.
That's what's going on there.
Huh.
Let's go to the impossible. Today's impossible question. Today's impossible question. 30% of us admit that we have done this at work. What is it? What are all the things that we did at work that we can't admit to? 30% of us admit that we've done this at work. What is it?
I know.
You know?
Something that we've both... What?
Let's go to the comments. Good morning to Bubby, Patrick, Dixie. Where the heck's Dan today? Wake up, Dan. Somebody wake up Dan Adams.
Wake up, Dan.
Carson, Patrick, Dixie, Amber, Pat, Katie, Jackie, Tamara, Sandy, Vicky. Oh, there's Dan.
There he is.
Jason, Nancy, Dan Schuster. Got Rick Landgrebe, Amber, Monica, Sherry, Got all the
What
big
does
sponsors
Rick
in the
mean by
comments.
babysitting his grandkids?
I'm not sure.
I think that was back on the draft thing with the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So 30% of us admit that we've done this at work. What is it? What do you think? What are some good options? Eat all the
good options.
Eat all the candy out of the donation thing. What was that thing called?
Oh, the box deal?
Yeah, the little cardboard box.
That was in the. Everybody had them for a while.
Yeah.
There's a reason that company went under. Hi, that'd be me. Every place I was ever at that had those. Yeah, come on, honor system.
Yeah, the honor system.
I'll pay it tomorrow as I take 5. Eating food, yeah.
Pop, taking.
Oh, well, that was a gimme. I mean, I'm guessing it's something like taking printer paper, something.
What do you think? You're thinking of other things over there, but.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't think we need to go there.
So 30%, and I know that you and I probably guilty of this.
Oh?
30% of us admit that we've done this at work. Look through a coworker's desk.
Yep. Yeah. Tell you which cubicle it was and everything.
You could what?
I could tell you which cubicle it was and everything. There was always enough change in there for something.
That's how we paid the honor system. With somebody else's change.
The candy bar was $1. You can find 30 cents. That's good enough.
At least it's a percentage of it.
Right. Yep. There was always. Why do people keep putting change in a drawer when it keeps going up missing?
Maybe they knew they were funding our snack needs. Looking through coworkers' desks,
using their back in the day when it was a big thing, the Bose room stereo. That got used a lot.
I mean, if you leave your desk unlocked,
right, or your office door wide
trouble.
open. Yeah. Come on, and your office is the only place in the whole building with carpet? You bet.
I think we're going too far on this one. Let's get weird.
That is weird.
Let's get weird. Ooh, why are we talking about snakes so much on the weird news?
I think it's
phone's ringing.
Good.
I bet it's Saif Grafke. Let's bring him on the line. Good morning, Vietnam. Welcome into Just Another Morning Show. Who do we have on the phone line today?
Good morning, Steve Shuttler.
That's me.
This is the one and only host with the most of the Tuesday Night Tune-Up, Saif Grafke.
Wow. You are full of energy this morning, Saif.
I tell you what, it's another beautiful day here in Iowa, and we have a beautiful night to talk about some exciting racing action going on down here. As tomorrow night is the season opener at the Southern Iowa Speedway. Might I mention that real quick? So we're going to have some great guests on tonight, and we're going to talk about some racing.
All right. Who do we have lined up?
We have Moose and Gordy from the Penn Central RC Raceway coming up tonight to talk about a new series with a new track location that they have. And we are they're really excited to come on and talk about the races coming up this weekend and then into the summer and through the fall. So we got some really exciting news coming from the boys over at the Penn Central Raceway today.
Okay, and those guys were on last year. We had them on in the fall of last year, and they were really great guests. A lot of people tuned in and were very interested in what they were talking about. Those what kind of radio controlled cars? Is that what they are?
Yeah, correct. Yep, RC cars. Yeah, so they'll be on tonight to talk about. Again, they have some new exciting adventures with a new racetrack and some other good info. So we're excited to have Moose and Gordy on with us tonight, and just really excited to talk about the upcoming racing action here in Southeast Iowa and kind of recap everything that happened over the weekend. So yeah, we're going to have some great guests. It's going to be a great show. And if you want to, make sure you pop on over to the Oskaloosa Pizza Ranch tonight where it's kids night. Kids 12 and under eat for free. So make sure you stop up and get some good pizza and chicken, and you can watch us up there live, or if you can't make it, you can tune in on Steve Shuttler Media at 7 o'clock and watch it live on there as well.
Heck yeah. Yeah, we always, I think we just about ate them out of pizza and chicken last week, so...
it was bad. I didn't think we were going to make it through the show, Steve. We can't do that again tonight. Remind me.
Lay off the pizza and the chicken. Neil's here in the studio. Now, Neil, are you going to be hanging out with us tonight again?
I plan to be, and I'll probably have my salad again so you guys can make fun of me, you jerks.
See,
doesn't mean that you guys
he's probably going to eat another one of those jalapeno bacon pizzas or something, you know?
Safe
he really
saying,
likes those jalapenos,
are you going
so
to
it
eat
could
the
be bad.
jalapeno pizza?
Oh, yeah, if they got it out. Anything jalapenos, man. It works well with me.
Not the jalapenos again. Don't do it, Neil. Save us.
It comes back
anyway.
to haunt us by late in the show.
Yeah. But no, yeah, again, we're just looking forward to tonight again, 7 o'clock at the Oskaloosa Pizza Ranch. Be there or don't, and you'll miss a good time. So we hope to see everyone there tonight, and hopefully you all tune in and hear some exciting news that we got coming up in the racing world here. So.
All right. Well, Safe, appreciate you taking time to call in, and we'll see you this evening at the Oskaloosa Pizza Ranch.
All right, sounds good. I'm going to fast all day so I can eat a bunch of that pizza and chicken tonight. So we'll talk to you guys later, okay?
All right, we'll see you later. That is Saif Grafke from Tuesday Night Tune-Up. Again, Saif is our host with the most. Boy, he was excited this morning. What did he sprinkle on his Cheerios this morning?
It's hard to tell with Saif. It really is. The dude's high on something. Life, most likely.
Yes, he is ready to go. Last week, we kicked things off with racer Logan Anderson, and tonight we've got the PCRC Speedway race car guys coming in to hang out with the show. Again, I also think Curtis Vanderwall going to be hanging out with us tonight. So be there in person for the Tuesday night tune-up at the Oskaloosa Pizza Ranch. Watch it on Facebook or YouTube, or listen to it.
I don't think we
in podcast form.
We say that enough. I mean, when we bring that up, be there in person. Seriously, if you're interested in this stuff, especially some of you RC guys out there, come in, join in. Maybe they'll even take a question from the audience. Who knows? I mean, come in, get some food. It's a good time.
We're just located there, setting us up. You walk in the front doors of the Pizza Ranch, and then you just take a right, and we're just to the right.
Yeah.
And
got a whole little area to ourselves.
Hang out with us tonight at the Oskaloosa Pizza Ranch for Tuesday night tune-up. We're doing that every Tuesday at 7 o'clock through October. So we got 6 months of this on Tuesday nights. So, yeah, going to be a good time. Let's take a little bit of a commercial break. Let's hear from some more of our sponsors, like the fine folks at Oski Dental. Okay. Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider, and Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental. Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa. It's more than a drugstore. They offer framing, merchandise like collectibles, a gift shop, crafts, college gear, and more, plus cards, candles, and a whole lot more. Mahaska Drug is open late and on the weekends to fit your lifestyle. For more than just a drugstore, call 641-673-3439 or stop by Mahaska Drug at 205 North E Street in Oskaloosa. Mahaska Drug. It's more than a drugstore.
Hi, Clint.
Hey, Clint, the new lot looks great.
Hey, Clint. Hey. How you doing, Clint?
At Helmuth Ford, our friendly atmosphere is not a surprise. It shows your family.
Hey, Dad. Frank's bringing in his Ford F-150 to get his engine checked out.
Did you tell him that we're home with a lifetime powertrain warranty on new and used vehicles?
Yeah, told him we'd take care of everything.
Great. Come on down to Helmuth Ford and see for yourself.
Hey, a big thanks to Helmuth Ford, Lifetime Dental, all of our sponsors here during the just another morning show here on Steve Shuttler Media, Facebook and YouTube. It's a Tuesday morning. It's 8 o'clock if you're watching this live video on Tuesday, April 29th.
Yes, it is.
All right. We thank Saif Grafke for calling in. We thank Gary Osbaker from KCED earlier for stopping in. Coming up later on this week, sounds like Rick Landry going to be popping in from Brothers Market tomorrow.
Don't you be playing with us, Rick.
That'll be fun.
Getting us all excited and then leave us hanging. You better be here.
Maybe he'll bring you a lifetime supply of Diet Mountain Dew.
Dude.
Would that be a dream come true?
That would be.
Tomorrow we should also get a sports report update from Josh Clubb. Also later on this week, we're going to have Darian Graff live in the studio on Friday. She'll be talking about Walker's Ice Cream, Walker's Drive-Thru. Going to be opening up here soon, so we'll have her. We'll have a little special announcement, I think, about a little collaboration that we've got going on. So that'll be fun.
There you go.
Yeah, lots to get to this week here on Steve Shuttler Media.
Steve is going to start making ice cream. I'm sorry, I couldn't keep it in, Steve.
In between doing the morning
I couldn't stop.
Upcoming softball, baseball games, Tuesday night tune-up. Yeah. No.
What?
No time to sling the ice cream. I'm sorry.
To sling the ice cream.
Don't want to disappoint people. But anyway, let's go back to the weird.
That is weird.
I had just hit the weird news sounder when Saif called in. And we were talking about snakes.
Oh, yeah.
Snakes are all over the weird news here recently, and they continue to be. A woman dining at a Mexican restaurant experienced an unexpected incident when a snake fell onto her head before landing in her margarita.
Whoa.
Arriba. Witnesses report that the snake, which appeared to drop from an overhead structure. Any snakes in here? No? Good. Startled the patrons, interrupted the meal, obviously. If a snake drops on your head and into your margarita, that tends to disrupt your meal.
Sometimes.
Restaurant staff and bystanders quickly responded, managed to remove the snake without injury to anyone present. The restaurant management later issued a statement assuring patrons that steps would be taken to inspect and secure the premises to prevent similar incidents. So,
well, I don't think the customers probably even needed to hear management say that. I would think they just would hope that, okay, this place is going to close down until they figure out what happened, and you didn't have to make a statement.
Snakes.
You know, we're going to look into it, but stop on in tomorrow night because it's Taco Tuesday.
Yeah. Who knows what'll fall from the ceiling tomorrow night?
Come on.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's one thing, I don't want to be concerned about when I eat at Mexican restaurants.
Yeah.
Snakes.
I mean, hairs are one thing, but snakes?
Let's stick with the snakes.
What?
This sounds similar to a story we had recently. I'm assuming it's different, but anyway, a massive den of rattlesnakes discovered in Colorado. Didn't we have something like this?
Something like this, yeah.
Where hundreds of snakes recently emerged, creating a startling scene for locals and wildlife officials. The den, located in a rocky, remote area, has drawn attention due to the sheer number of snakes observed slithering across the landscape. So conservations emphasize the ecological importance of rattlesnakes in controlling rodent populations and maintaining balance within their habitats. So lots of snakes. Snakes in Colorado, snakes at Mexican restaurants.
Yeah,
snakes.
I don't know. Ay caramba.
Again, if I see a snake just in nature, or off in the distance, or dead on the highway,
right,
I'm all right with that.
Yep.
Just don't get a snake sneaking up on me, or don't expect. Like I've held, the giant snake they have at the state fair.
Yeah.
You ever gone in and taken a picture? Yeah. Well,
you know why? I'm not scared of snakes. I'm afraid the thing will sense my fear and just kill me.
Chomp on you?
Yeah, I'm sweet.
We've done that at least once.
Really?
Maybe twice.
I
hold the tail end.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hold the head end.
I don't know. I'd rather hold the head. I mean, you want to get snake poop on you? No, thank you, sir.
Where does a snake poop?
From its butt.
Does it have a butt?
I don't know. You know what I'm doing.
Have you seen the snake hole?
Snake hole?
Where it
That's great.
defecates. Anyway. Enough talk about that. How about we go to Chicago? A crowd of people seizing an estimated $300,000 in cash after it fell from a Brinks truck on a Chicago street. Witnesses report that bags of money fell to the ground when the truck's rear door malfunctioned during transit. Dozens of individuals quickly gathered, grabbing bills and fleeing, before authorities arrived. Yeah, they're never going to see that money.
That's a
$300,000. That's a lot of money.
That's a tough one. I mean, unless I don't know, you'd have to be right behind the thing, though. I mean, you wouldn't want to be one of those fools that sees this happen and then they're like running to get to the money.
Why?
Well, because then you would feel like, oh, this is wrong. But now if you're just walking by, door opens, whoa, oh,
it just falls in your lap.
You know.
Oh.
I mean.
Yeah, it's downtown Chicago. There are no rules.
True.
Grab the money and run.
Right. Snakes, they use a single opening called the cloaca to expel waste, including poop and urine. And it's also used for mating and laying eggs. Just does it all.
The old snake hole. Let's go to ants. Not like your ant, but like ants in the ground.
Okay.
How do you say? All right. So if you have an ant, do you say ant or aunt?
Well, so
it's my aunt.
Again, for most people that watch regularly know that Steve and I share an auntie. He calls her aunt, but I say Auntie Janet. I think I say aunt.
Aunt. Yeah.
I don't like aunt. It's like something's wrong with me. Aunt. I don't know.
All right, so we're talking about ants in the ground. Okay. Scientists have excavated a sprawling underground ant colony so massive that it has been compared to the scale and complexity of the Great Wall of China.
What?
Ants have got it going on. They know what they're doing. Yeah. It's basically the ants' version of the Great Wall of China. The discovery revealed an intricate network of tunnels, chambers, ventilation shafts, all meticulously constructed by millions of ants working collectively. Now, this does not say where this Great Wall of Ant China is located at, but ants have a very
pretty
complex, interesting way of life. When I was little, I was so weird.
Yeah?
One of my ways to entertain myself was to have like this little spray bottle of water. Mm-hmm. I would go out where there's like an ant hill.
Sure.
Or like kind of a bigger ant city or whatever
ant city.
In the yard.
Right.
And I would take the spray bottle and I would just spray the ants in their holes and try to drown them.
Well, I don't know if that's funny or a little bit dark and disturbing. Yeah.
It was me versus the ants. That's how I entertained myself back in the day, people.
Well, I know in my, I don't know what years you call that. I've like been 11, 12, dropping them little, just, the packs of firecrackers. If you like the whole thing, it's bah, 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 and you take your time and undo them. You drop one of them down in the anthill and woof. That was funny. You just blow up dirt, and all of a sudden you see the ants just like...
Yeah. So I sprayed them. I drowned them. Yeah. And you just blew them up.
Yeah, we are... What's wrong with us? There's somebody out there right now. Dude, you guys got nothing. I'd pour gas down there and light it. It happens.
Other stuff in the weird. I like aliens and UFOs and stuff like that.
Yes,
Key experts are scheduled to testify at an upcoming congressional hearing focused on what they call UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena. Phenomena. As interest in the subject continues to grow among lawmakers and the public, officials announced that the hearing will feature testimony from scientists, former military personnel, and intelligence officials with first-hand experience or research background in UAP encounters. So, yeah, this isn't like they're just pulling some weirdos that like UFO stuff, from wherever. These are like military people, scientists, people with upstanding citizens.
That could have been paid off.
By who?
The government.
The aliens? The government doesn't want there to be aliens.
Yes, they do. They want us to be fearful of them.
Oh. That's why we have Space Force. What is Space Force currently doing? You don't know about Space Force?
Yes, but that was great.
It's a thing.
I know, that was just great. Why do we have Space Force then?
Space Force. Here's a weird. This is truly weird. Let's see. Stacy and I watched the movie. It's been a while. Nicolas Cage was in it. I can't remember the name of it. But in the movie, Nicolas Cage starts appearing in people's dreams.
Oh, I think I've seen some preview.
Like
That's about
people
it.
from all over the world. He started appearing in their dreams.
Yeah?
Well, this is happening, evidently. A mysterious figure known as This Man has reportedly appeared in the dreams of thousands of people across the world. Despite no clear explanation of who he is or why he shows up. The phenomenon first gained attention when a psychiatrist reported that several patients described seeing the same unfamiliar face in their dreams. Now, efforts to understand the mystery led to the creation of a website where people shared similar accounts describing the man's features as a large forehead, thick eyebrows, and an unsettling smile. Various theories have emerged, ranging from psychological explanations such as collective unconscious imagery to more paranormal interpretations suggesting a supernatural entity or shared human memory. So what is going on with people supposedly dreaming of the same man?
So forehead, eyebrows, smile. I've been saying this for years. I can't help it. Look at me. I'm in everyone's dreams now.
You're a dream man.
That's sort of creepy. And now, tomorrow morning when I walk in here, I'm going to look right at you and be like, did you have any dreams?
This man.
And
so maybe
because
Google.
how many times do you have a dream and we've said to each other, because Steve and I have really off the wall but in depth kind of dreams. And how many times you're like, oh, me and so were here and somebody, there was somebody over here. Well, maybe we've had him in our dreams.
Yeah. If you Google, which I just did.
What? That dude's never been in my dreams. I guarantee it. What
I'm
a
gonna
weirdo.
Bring this up real
Come
quick.
on.
So that way, if people are dreaming of this guy,
yeah,
they
if
will
you are,
know it.
comment right away, please, because you need help.
Give me a second here. We're going to bring this
Wow.
up. All right. So
You're
this
ready.
is you're not ready for this. Here's the guy. That is the guy that people are dreaming about. This man. If you Google this man, like the words this man, this is what pops up. This is the guy that people are dreaming about. Is that Nicolas Cage from the movie? I don't know. Doesn't really, I mean, the eyebrows are way thicker than Nicolas Cage. But anyway, this man, that's the guy that people are dreaming about.
What
That's
ticks
the
me
thing,
off about
nightmares.
this ticks me off because I'm going to dream about that guy now.
This man, that's weird. Wow, lots of extraterrestrial stuff today. A remote stretch of road in Argentina, often compared to Nevada's famous extraterrestrial highway. Did you know that was there? Has attracted attention for its unusual number of reported UFO sightings and phenomena. Phenomena. Locals and travelers claim to have witnessed strange lights, mysterious objects, and even sudden power outages while driving through the isolated area. Again, this is a remote stretch of road in Argentina. So look out for that. Finally, in the weird news today, an observational study has suggested a potential link between eating chicken and high mortality rates. So eating chicken's going to kill you. Adding a new twist to ongoing discussions about diet and health. Researchers analyzed data from thousands of participants tracking dietary habits and health outcomes over time. The findings indicate that higher chicken consumption, which, by the way, I just had a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich last night. Higher chicken consumption was correlated with a slight increase in overall mortality risk, although experts caution that correlation does not imply causation. Those are complicated words.
Yes.
And other things. So chicken
That brings up two questions for me.
Yes.
One, where the heck were you at last night that you ate at a Chick-fil-A?
My wife brought it back. She
Okay.
was on a little road trip.
Okay, fine. And two, how much chicken you and the big boy Safe going to eat tonight? Because I think you remember last week I didn't have any.
Really? You didn't have any chicken?
No. No, I'd like to keep my mortality rate down. Thank you very much.
All right.
I just doused a ton of dressing all over my so-called healthy salad.
The more ranch, the healthier, right?
Yep.
All right. Let's get some more commercials in here. We're kind
Yes,
of
let's do
behind
that.
on commercials a little bit. Let's hear from some more of our sponsors, and we'll be back with more right after this.
Why choose Lifetime Dental? The legacy and experience of 30 years. Cutting-edge technology. Advanced education in pediatrics. Orthodontics. And restorative dentistry. A one-of-a-kind experience for the whole family. But most of all, we're compassionate doctors who are here to listen to your concerns and use our expertise to help. For all things dental, think Lifetime Dental.
Stam Garden Center. Transform your indoor and outdoor space with our stunning selection. Visit us today, open 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday, located at 2421 Highway 92, Oskaloosa.
Looking for more than just a job? Find a career where you make a difference right in your community.
What I appreciate about First Resources is our dedication to innovation, always looking for ways to expand programming and offer greater opportunities for our staff and everyone involved.
First Resources staff are amazing. They're committed and they are motivated and they are fierce advocates to help clients meet their goals.
If you're ready to join a team committed to making a difference, apply online and join us at First Resources.
Build it together. Build it with Valley Lumber.
Are you building a new house or maybe wanting to do a remodel? Come check out our showroom at Valley Lumber and Hardware's Eddyville location. Cook kitchen cabinets, masonite interior doors, and more. Not sure what you want? Let us help with the design and layout of your new kitchen or remodel. At Valley Lumber and Hardware, we can help with any room in the house. From lumber for building to shower enclosures, paint, and more. Choose Valley Lumber and Hardware with locations in Eddyville and Albia.
Hey, we are back here on just another morning show here on Steve Shetler Media. We thank Brothers Market in Sigourney for being our headline sponsor. We thank Oski Dental for sponsoring our studios. We thank this man for being in our dreams. And we thank the Garden Gate for sponsoring our weather. Let's go to the weather lab, where this guy, meteorologist Neil Crott, has your forecast.
Today's forecast. This is what this man sounds like. Today's forecast. Get the picture off the screen. Today, mostly sunny, a high near 66. Breezy, 10 to 20 mile per hour winds out there, gusting as high as 30. You gotta be kidding me. You're gonna throw me off now. Partly, I gotta wait for him to go back off. Okay. Partly cloudy tonight. Stop doing that. Partly cloudy tonight. A low around 44. Rain chances tomorrow throughout the day and nighttime. 80% chance with a high of 63 tomorrow. Showers tomorrow night. 90% chance tomorrow night of some storms. And more showers likely on Thursday with a high near 67. Thank you, Garden Gate. Get that man away from me. And whoever's in the big truck, get some.
Get her going there, dude.
Send it.
Take a look at our community calendar. It's sponsored by Enchanted Events for weddings, graduations, reunions, whatever you got. Book it at Enchanted Events just south of Sigourney. It's a bigger place than you're thinking. They can seat up to 500 people at Enchanted Events. Get a hold of Mel or Chelsea
I don't
and
even
get
know
your
500 people.
booked. Yeah.
How am I going to throw a party?
Just have to have an open invite.
Man.
On the community calendar, let's see here, as we like to say on occasion, you can join the Kiwanis Club of Sigourney. Did I say it right? I think I did. Kiwanis. You can make a difference, build a community, change lives. They meet every Wednesday at noon at Keokuk County Bowl. They'd love to have you. Check things out with the Kiwanis Club. Hard to read fonts going on here. Small font. The New Sharon Festival. Does it say Rose Festival?
New Sharon Rose Festival, June 6th through the 8th.
Yeah.
Friday at North Mahaska Football Field.
You got some stuff.
Yeah, kids fun. Movie on the football field. Saturday, different stuff. Inflatables. Saturday, okay, this would be car show, food vendors. I'm trying to read it. Saturday dinner, bags tournament. Lots of stuff going on there. New Sharon Rose Festival.
Okay.
So,
put that on your calendar.
Yeah.
And then coming up this Saturday, prom in Sigourney. Keep that in mind. Might have some extra traffic around town. They've got all the good stuff going on. Grand March at 7:30. The dance. They have their after prom at Penn Central Mall in Oskaloosa. So Sigourney prom coming up on Saturday. That is your community calendar here on Just Another Morning Show. Let's go to the birthdays. You all right over there?
What?
We got a bunch of birthdays today.
Oh, my word, do we? Let's get right to it then.
Okay.
Birthdays brought to you by Hometown Real Estate. Nikki Leathers, broker, owner, realtor. Give her a call, 641-295-4142, or email her at nikkileathers@gmail.com, or get a hold of them at hometown/re.com. Okay. Hometown side of birthdays. What? Oh, I didn't know if that was real. Hometown birthdays. Nina Yankee. Am I saying that right?
I believe so.
Okay.
Nina Yankee.
Nina Yankee. I hate mispronouncing your guys' names. Nick, I'm going to say Bowl.
Yeah.
I hope that's
Nick,
okay.
In case you don't know who Nick is, he is one of the co-hosts of the Card Subject to Change podcast video, which is on Steve Shetler Media on Monday nights.
And I was just kidding about mispronouncing the word bull. But I liked how you're like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
like,
you're
well,
right.
thanks, man.
You got it right. That's bull. Good job, little Neil.
Happy birthday to Terry Gott.
You got it right. Good job, Neil.
Yeah. Happy birthday to Stephen Becker. Hey, Stephen, you down there? Happy birthday, big guy.
He's in the kitchen, right?
He's in the kitchen.
I bet he has the day off.
He is a go-getter. He probably doesn't take days off. Happy birthday to Mary. What? Mary Ellen Club's got a birthday today. What is she now, like 33?
Go in and give her a big hug.
I will.
She will joyfully reciprocate.
I bet she would. I will. And David Brooks, all having birthdays on our hometown side of things.
A lot
now,
of hometowners.
Even more on the celebrity side. Okay, where do we start? Let's just hit the list. Country singer, if you don't know him, you're dumb. Willie Nelson turns 91 today. Whether you're
always on my mind.
Wow, that's a good Willie impersonation. Wow. Dwayne Allen from the Oak Ridge Boys, 81. Why is everybody so old in this list? Singer Tommy James. Let me see if I can get it out.
You got it. You got it, Neil. You said James right.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
Tommy James and the Shondells. He's 77. I couldn't tell you any. I'm sure I've heard of him, the songs, but I don't know. Jerry Seinfeld, 70 today. Arguably, some people like, some people don't. He's one of my all-time favorite comedians. Just throwing that out there. Actor Daniel Day-Lewis, 67. Actress Michelle Pfeiffer, 66. Eve Plum, 66. She was Jan from the Brady Bunch. Okay. Singer Carney Wilson from Wilson and what? Yeah, Wilson Phillips or Phil. What was that band? Wilson Phillips. What were some of their songs? Hold on for one more day. Hold on. And tennis star Andre Agassi, 54. Back when I actually thought maybe tennis could be cool because he was cool. I mean, seriously.
He had the deodorant commercial.
Yeah, and it's just his hair and everything about him. And I read a story years and years later. So he was, or maybe still is, I don't know, was married to Brooke Shields. And so Brooke Shields appeared on an episode of Friends, and apparently the dude, whatever, I can't remember his name now, that played Joey, and Andre Agassi and Joey, Matt LeBlanc, got into a little scuffle behind the scenes because Brooke Shields was talking to Joey. and Andre didn't like it, and they had to escort him out.
Oh.
Yeah, so he had a temper. I think that's why I like Andre.
Going back to Tommy James and the Shondells, they had a number one hit in 1966 called Hanky Panky.
Oh, yes, I remember that one.
A number 4 hit with I Think We're Alone Now.
So they're the original writers of that, maybe.
I Think We're Alone Now?
Yeah.
I Think We're Alone Now.
Because then, what's her name? Tiffany redid it. I didn't know who. Okay.
Moni Moni originally had Moni Moni back in 1967. Crimson and Clover. Crimson and Clover.
Oh, yeah.
Over and over. So, yeah, they had some big hits.
Wow.
Crystal Blue Persuasion was a number 2 hit.
I don't remember that one.
So, anyway.
Wait, down there at the bottom. Got to get back to you, it said, and other stuff. It's all
other
good.
things. You know, there were some birthdays I realized that didn't quite make the list for some reason. Uma Thurman has a birthday today.
I think I'd seen that one as well.
Master P.
Oh, Master P.
Big rap artist, I guess.
Yeah, and he had a...
I only knew Master P from pro wrestling.
Oh, see, he was in a movie that I remember watching. He was a little bit all over the place, rapping in movies, and he was in wrestling?
He was in WCW.
Really?
Back in the 90s. Where they were doing a wrestling storyline where some rappers were going against like some cowboys. Do you remember the wrestler Mr. Perfect?
Yeah, I do.
So Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, was the leader of the cowboy faction.
Okay.
And they actually recorded a song. So the cowboys were the bad guys. Master P was the celebrity. And the Cowboys recorded this ridiculously stupid song called Rap is Crap.
Oh.
Rap is crap. And the fans loved it.
Oh, my
Like,
gosh.
basically, it turned the bad guys into good guys because they enjoyed the song so much because it was so stupid.
Well, I bet you Master P did not care for that.
Yeah.
Master P has got a son, and he went on also to be, I think, an actor and maybe rapper before that, but he had a weird name, and it wasn't Little P or anything, but it was
PP?
It was something.
PP
Master
Ohio?
P and no. Ah, boy.
Amber says that Willie Nelson is 92. So sometimes my birthdays aren't all that related.
You know what? I'm looking at mine. It says 92.
Okay, so Willie's 92.
We're sorry, Amber.
Yeah, sorry to disappoint you.
Don't hate us.
Haters gonna hate.
Play is gonna play.
All right, let's talk tipping. So, random topic for today.
We were talking about it yesterday.
Tipping cows.
Oh, tipping.
No, not kidding.
Oh, dang it. Have you ever done it?
No.
Yeah.
Have you ever tipped a cow over?
You know what? This is funny because I was just getting ready to say I'm not going to say anything because I was afraid after all these years, like my grandpa or my dad would hear me. Like I was nervous to say it out loud. Yes.
Can you actually tip a cow over?
She turned so quick on me. Maybe you can. She was not asleep the one I was trying because she was after me.
What were you doing to it?
Well, apparently not the right thing.
Pushing from the wrong end.
I guess.
Tipping, as in leaving a tip at a restaurant.
Right.
So they say that tipping is actually coming down. People aren't tipping as much. I think, is that what we were talking about yesterday?
Yeah, I don't even remember.
So they say some of the reasons for tipping maybe not being as good as it once was inflation, of course, has squeezed budgets. So that is making people tip a little bit less. Menu prices have gone up.
Whew.
So tipping has gone down.
I get
because
it.
you don't have as much money left to tip with. So I get that.
Yep.
How about tip requests being everywhere? I mean, it's to the, when you're expected to tip just for somebody. I mean, if you just get like a carry-out order,
right,
or something to go, they're not really waiting on you to get a tip. I mean, I understand that your waiters and your waitresses aren't making much. They're not really getting paid much from the owner.
So you're not one to tip the whoever brings you your to-go order.
I mean, if you're just going in and picking something up, do you need to tip?
Man, you were putting me in such a hot seat today.
I know. I mean, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Unless you are sitting down and the person is coming and waiting on you. That's when you give the tip.
And then there's some places that you go to eat, and if you have to get if you do everything yourself, get your own silverware, get your own drink
if it's like a buffet, if we're eating a pizza ranch, nobody's helping really.
But there are a lot of people that still do leave a tip on the table. So because then the person that came in and cleaned it up, dude. Now look at our mess from last week.
Oh, I was just throwing. It was like a food fight.
Well, I mean, just how many plates we had. I had my 3, you had 4, and Saif had his 27, and it was like.
Saif was putting away the chicken last week.
They didn't do anything to him, them poor chickens, and he was just like, oh. But yes, I mean,
did something just happen?
Almost. That's happened.
Yeah, Saif was like, "Get over here, chicken!" He's plucking the feathers.
He's like, "I don't care if it's good."
Putting it down in the deep fryer and just eating it right there.
But yes, I don't know. Anyway. I see I see both sides of that, but I tend to. Yes, I tend to.
Let's see here. This says younger generations are pushing back. They say many millennials and Gen Z see tipping as an unfair system that places the burden of worker compensation on customers rather than employers.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well,
I get it. Yeah, I mean, it's a shame. It's a shame that the people working don't get paid more by the employers. And that would just take away the whole tipping system if they made...
Right, I guess. Again, I mean, a good server is worth their weight in gold. I mean, when you're taken care of, they're polite, everything is just, that's worth way more than, waiting for your drink and that never gets refilled, or I don't know, or just a rude server, that's never fun. Or one that doesn't wear deodorant, stuff like that. I mean, it happens.
How about this? The addition of surcharges, such as service fees on bills, has created maybe some confusion and resentment among buyers at restaurants. That again takes down the tips. And then the digital disconnect that lacks the human touch. Transition to digital payments has altered the psychology of tipping. So,
I can imagine.
Yeah, when you have computers and you have the things when you have like the actual thing at the table,
right.
I'm thinking like Applebee's or other things that you can actually just pay right at your table. Again, if you take away that human interaction, don't expect a tip.
As we were talking yesterday on that note, how a lot of places, even if it's not on the table, but when you're checking out, and it comes up with the different percentages of tipping, that's fine. Like you said yesterday, it's fine because it also helps you. Say, if I was thinking 10% in my mind, but that wouldn't be squat. So that's nice to have it. But there are times and places that it's like, why are you forcing me?
Yeah.
Like, you've got the same thing on your screen, and you're going to watch me hit no tip. It's like, is this like guilting me into doing it?
Yep.
I don't know.
All right.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so that's some stuff on tipping. How about we do the topic of, would you rather talk about signs a person is lying or things happy men stopped caring about?
I want to do that one.
Things happy men stopped caring about. All right, we can do that.
I feel like this is going to hit home.
All right. Things happy men stopped caring about. And this is from yourtango.com.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
You say happiness doesn't come from having more, but from letting go. So like when you're in love, you love somebody, you let things go. Recognizing emotional and psychological differences between men and women can be liberating. It frees men to drop the masks, ease the pressure, and move beyond ingrained habits. All right, so here are some things that happy men have stopped caring about a long time ago. Winning every argument. If you're happy in your relationship, you don't need to win every argument. You can just
let it go.
That
Do men ever win arguments?
That should be worded differently. Just
Yeah.
come to grips, man. You never will win an argument. And you will be happier once you learn that.
Yes. Fixing everything. They say men naturally want to fix problems. When women express emotions, happy men have just learned to listen.
Oh.
So you don't need to fix the problems.
Oh, okay.
You just need to be there to
Okay.
listen.
Sweet.
Just support them.
All right.
Proving themselves all the time. Happy men have stopped chasing constant validation. They no longer exhaust themselves trying to prove their worth to their bosses, their partners, their parents, or even themselves. So, yeah, stop chasing validation. That shows when you're happy.
I can see that.
Pretending that they're always strong. They say for years, many men thought showing a vulnerability was weakness. Happy men know that strength isn't about hiding emotions, but about facing them. Mm-hmm. Well, we're getting in deep today, Neil. They say keeping emotions bottled up instead of swallowing stress or burying hurt. Happy men have learned the value of emotional literacy. Instead of going with the old ways of real men don't cry, maybe let your guard down a little bit and realize emotional expression is vital.
So they're
for
saying don't let it bottle up and...
Yeah.
Really? That's stupid.
Yeah, let it out.
I want to keep bottling it up for a few more years. One of these days, I'm going to explode. I hope you're not around, buddy, because you shouldn't receive any of it.
Okay. Huh. And then, always needing to have the answers. Men are often raised to believe that they must always know how to solve the problem, fix the situation, and have a plan. They say happy men have learned that again, that word being vulnerable.
Right.
Vulnerability builds connection, not weakness. Letting go of the pressure to always have the answers opens up space for collaboration, growth, and genuine support from others.
Collaboration.
Yo, collaboration.
I think most of those are valid. I'm not...
It's okay, Neil.
I think it's easier just to, keep it bottled up, take it out on some elderly or kid. I don't know. A pet. Blow up an anthill.
That's what you need to do today.
Right, I do.
Go blow up an anthill. I was out burning some cardboard over the weekend.
Yeah?
And there were some little anthills that I may have, put a little flame to.
See? I knew it.
Yo.
Yo.
See? How about one more weird topic? We still got room.
Oh, yeah, we got plenty of time.
Public speaking expert,
yeah,
speech coach, and TEDx speaker Christina Helena says to build trust, avoid these words. She says to build trust, avoid these words and phrases that make people question your credibility and respect you less.
Okay.
All right, so these are words to avoid using. First one is, and I'm guilty of it,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just sort of a crutch, I think, for most everybody.
That's what this says. It's a common crutch word. Suggests that you're unprepared, you lack confidence, or at a loss for what to say next.
Well, that's not, true.
I had a coworker one time that
Are you talking about me?
No.
Okay.
That said so many times. It was if it was a drinking game, you would have been drunk.
Really?
In minutes.
Huh.
Yeah. This one might sting. In all honesty.
I say that all the time. Don't I? Because Steve always calls me out on it. Every time. I mean, honestly, Steve. Really?
They actually put a double whammy on this one.
Boy.
They say, people use in all honesty or, I'm not going to lie, to convey sincerity. Although it could be read as the opposite.
Really?
I think is the next one. This phrase makes you sound tentative and unsure of what you're saying. It's not a fact, but a thought. I think, blah, blah, blah. Sort of is also next. It's just another impossible way to measure things. It leaves your listener in limbo because it weakens the impact of your message.
Hang on. Back up real quick.
I think?
Okay, so there was I think. What were the other ones? Honest.
All honesty.
Okay. What was the other? Some others?
Not gonna lie.
Not gonna lie. Is that it? Then
I think
okay.
Sort of.
Sort of. Yeah. Okay, go on.
Well, this goes on for a little while.
Okay,
though.
let me hear some more.
Just.
I
understand. Sorry. By using weak words like just minimizes your message by making your statement feel less important. I don't
get that.
Yeah. Like.
Oh, no, I hate that. I mean,
I was thinking we could
Yeah,
talk about
I am
this,
sure I've said it before
for a while.
Yeah, it's so weird.
It's
wait, I do use that.
I mean, it sneaks up on everybody, but some people
it's
really
overdone, right?
Yeah, really overuse it. How about this one? I'm no expert, but it's an attempt to sound cool and confident. You're actually doing the opposite.
Oh,
you're undermining your own knowledge.
Okay.
They say. Huh. I just said
Oh, I hope is on there.
Is not on the list, but is.
Huh.
I'd say they're virtually the same word, though. Huh. I'm no expert. Did I just say that?
Yes, you did.
All right. In my opinion,
oh boy,
that's kind of the same thing. I'm no expert, and I'm
right.
In my opinion, I'll try. They say, "Are you fully committed if you say you'll try?" Maybe. But it says it makes you sound partially committed, so don't use "I'll try."
I can see that.
2 more.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but they say when you overuse apologetic phrases, you come across as weak or overly subservient. I'm sorry, but
I use "I'm sorry" way too much. I'll admit it.
And then finally, did that make sense? Says, better phrase could be, I hope that made sense. I mean, that's getting nitpicky. Who cares?
Okay.
All right. Let's take
check it out. I've got it. All those wrote down. And,
honestly,
not going to lie, sort of. I think I wrote them all down.
Those are things
right here on the screen. So as I'm talking,
you could have a
would rather
instead of a swear jar, we
right.
could have a or an
There you go.
If we did that with
I don't even want to talk right now because I'm afraid what I might say wrong. But let's take a break.
Let's hear, and honestly, let's hear from some of our sponsors. I'm not going to lie. They have some great things to talk about. Essence of Life.
I'm not sorry.
The mission of Essence of Life Hospice is to provide comprehensive, coordinated care to individuals with life-limiting illnesses and to their families, and to support them in the process of death and bereavement. Our goal is to provide palliative care that addresses the physical, psychological, and spiritual dimensions of service for the terminally ill as an integrated whole. We pride ourselves on providing the highest quality care and are on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, visit essencehospice.com. Stop by James Family Greenhouse and Produce in Sigourney. They have a variety of hanging baskets, annuals, shrubs, perennials, trees, mulch, and vegetable plants. Plus, you can spruce up your landscape with yard decor or decorate the inside of your home with home decor. James Family Greenhouse is also a great place to stop in for some gift ideas. You got to stop in and see it all for yourself. James Family Greenhouse at 701 East Jackson in Sigourney. And be sure to follow their page on Facebook.
Attention Iowa business owners. Is your business missing sales because you're too busy to follow up? Every missed call or delayed message could be costing you money. At Easy Biz Tech, we help local businesses stay ahead by automating customer follow-up, so no lead gets left behind. Missed a call? Our system texts back instantly. Need personalized outreach? We send automated texts, emails, and even use AI-powered voice agents to connect with your customers 24/7. Stop losing money because of slow follow-up. Contact Easy Biz Tech today, where Iowa businesses win online.
Bountiful produce, quality meats, frozen favorites, and a fresh bakery. These are the qualities of Brothers Market in Sigourney. Brothers Market is proud to serve the Sigourney community and is one of several locations in Iowa, Kansas, and Missouri. For any of your grocery, meat, deli, bakery, or special order needs, shop Brothers Market at 118 South Main Street in Sigourney. Brothers Market was honored at the 2024 Iowa Hunger Summit for its efforts to serve underprivileged and disadvantaged communities. Brothers Market, a piece of the community you can count on.
Hey, we do thank Brothers Market in Sigourney for being our headline sponsor. We thank Husky Dental for being our studio sponsor. Again, we are on beautiful downtown square in Sigourney. It is just a nice day out today.
It is.
We'll get to our forecast here in
very
just a
pretty.
little bit. Still a little bit on the windy side, but we'll get to that forecast here in just a few minutes. We still got a few things to get to, like the files of law and disorder.
Oh, yeah.
In some disorder today. Ooh, this is weird. A homeowner made a chilling discovery after finding bones hidden inside the walls of their house.
Yikes.
Eventually learning that a convicted murderer had once lived next door.
Oh, my.
The bones, initially believed to be animal remains, were found during a home renovation project after contacting authorities. Let's see here if I can get the paper to come apart. Forensic analysis revealed the bones were human, prompting a deeper investigation into the property's history. Officials confirmed that a previous neighbor had a criminal background, including a murder conviction tied to the same period when the bones were likely hidden.
Yikes.
Scary. Ooh. We get more alien news today in the files of law and disorder. This is like my great day. If we had a Bigfoot story, this would be cool too. Anyway, a man was arrested after attempting to illegally enter the heavily guarded Area 51 military facility. You know, that's where they keep all the alien bodies.
So they claim.
And spacecraft.
So
debris.
they claim.
An event that briefly reignited. Oh yeah, never mind. According to officials, the individual bypassed warning signs and security measured before being intercepted by military personnel. So somebody trying to break into Area 50.
Oh, well, you had to know better than that, idiot.
How about that? Kind of reminds me. This will localize this a little bit. How about that place? What was the name of that place over by Washington that was kind of guarded?
Shiloh.
Shiloh. How about that?
You know, I always wanted to just drive in there. Have you ever?
Well, I don't think it's like active anymore.
Right, but it had you way back. Because I remember being young and asking my parents what it was, and I remember my dad very clearly, no. It was just like, no.
Don't go down that road.
I'm like, gosh, when I get my license, I'm going down there. And I never did.
Yeah. No, it was intimidating.
Was it?
I'm just saying it was intimidating to even kind of think about it.
Well, yeah.
Like Waco type of a situation, but
we need less of those. And we don't need them that close.
They had like the watchtowers and stuff from what...
Wonder if any of that still is... you know what? Road trip.
Let's go to Shiloh.
Who's with us? Who is with us?
That'd be an interesting video.
It really would.
Ooh. All right.
Could be.
Strange Law. Go ahead.
No, I was mocking you, to be honest, and I'm sorry.
You were mocking
Mockingbird.
Strange laws. We did some of these yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Let's try to remember to make this a daily thing. Here is a strange law. During World War II in the United States, rationing made it illegal to buy more than a certain amount of sugar, meat, gas, or even shoes. They say you literally needed special coupons to buy basics, and yes, running out of shoe stamps meant that your shoes better hold out a little bit longer. So that was a strange law during World War II. I mean, yeah, they're rationing stuff just in case. Peg in the comments, by the way, says Shiloh is a new construction area now. So.
Oh, really? So there's nothing cool to look at anymore.
Yeah, that takes...
Well, never mind. Thanks, Peg.
Never mind that idea.
You got any pictures from when you used to hang out there? I'm just kidding. I was hoping you'd find the humor in it with me.
Let's go to the a couple of does here. Let's go to Arizona. A speedboat accident at a lake in Arizona, Lake Havasu. How about you?
Havasu.
has drawn attention when a vessel caught air and flipped multiple times during a high-speed run. Witnesses reported that the boat became airborne after hitting a wave and then tumbled several times before crashing into the water.
What?
Preliminary reports suggest that excessive speed combined with wave conditions contributed to the crash. Authorities expected to release a report once the investigation is concluded and all witness accounts have been reviewed. So,
yikes.
And then in West Virginia,
You okay? Yeah, what's the matter?
A man in West Virginia was injured after a self-staged crucifixion reenactment for Easter that went terribly wrong, prompting an emergency response and hospitalization. Authorities report that the individual attempted to nail himself to a homemade cross as part of a religious observance, but lost consciousness due to blood loss before completing the act. Jeez. Neighbors discovered the scene and called emergency services, who transported the man to a local hospital for treatment. Let's see here. Skip to the end here. The incident sparked conversations about the boundaries of religious devotion and the importance of maintaining personal safety during observances. The story ends by saying, nothing quite says he has risen like a DIY trip to the emergency room. Yeah, don't crucify yourself. That's not smart. See, Jesus did it for us, so we wouldn't have to go.
And
through
even on that note, he didn't do it to himself.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Well, that's just it. How does that work? I can see you go through your feet, maybe.
How you gonna do your last hand?
Yeah, like.
I mean, your other hand's going to be
maybe
over
he
here.
Threw the hammer up and was like, take the nail, land. Oh,
jeez.
I don't get it.
It's horrible.
That's messed up.
And then let's switch here. Let's do something good.
Yeah, we need to.
We need to end on something good here. Good news is brought to us by... No, not that guy. Get him off the screen.
What in the world?
Not this man.
Wow. I'm going to dream about him all night. I hate
this
that.
Guy. Jay Dennis. Maybe he'll show up in your dreams. Jay Dennis from Bridalwood Midwest Insurance, where Medicare is made easy. Give Jay a call, 319-471-3328. Jay Dennis sponsors our good news. In some good news today, a man discovered an unexpected joy, Neil, when he planted sprouting potatoes into an old Amazon box instead of throwing them away.
Sure.
Without much planning or gardening experience, he ended up growing a small but healthy batch of potatoes. Evidently, this has kind of gone online, gone a little bit viral.
Yeah.
He shared his experience, surprising many with how well simple materials like cardboard can help plants grow by retaining moisture and creating a mini greenhouse effect. So that's your good news. Again, a little teaser. Pleaser. Little teaser. You can read the whole story of good news on Steve Shuttler Media.
You get me all worked up, and then you just leave me dangling.
Plant some taters in a cardboard box.
You don't have Snapchat.
No, I don't do the Snap.
I do, and I went to get on there real quick, and this, I don't know. I wanted to see, it's one of like the top things that just popped up for me for some reason, and it's not exactly, but why is that dude on my screen? Just talking about it in some weird, like it's that guy with glasses and a hat. What's going on?
Is it really?
It just popped up.
All right.
I don't understand what's happening. This is wrong on so many levels.
Well, let's go to our forecast
Let's
one last
do
time.
it.
Let's go over to the Weather Lab.
That was the Weather Lab extended version. Okay.
Neil doesn't know what's on the screen right now.
I'm not looking. Well, you see, when you do that, then I can't see my forecast. Now I got to wait for it to come back.
It's on.
Okay. So today's forecast, honestly, not going to lie to you, today's mostly sunny and sort of breezy. It's like 66 degrees today. Tonight, I think partly cloudy, low around 44. I'm no expert, but tonight. There's a chance of showers. In my opinion, it might happen. It might not. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but it's more showers, thunderstorms possible tomorrow as well. So be on the lookout for that. And did any of that make sense? Tomorrow I'll try harder. I used every single one of them in the forecast. 66 to high. 66 for your high today. 44 tonight, and rain. Windy and rain from tonight on through Thursday.
All right.
But yeah.
Our weather is sponsored by the Guard.
Honestly.
Hi, Neil. How you doing over there? That's good stuff. This man is our new co-host. All right.
I'll see you all in my your dreams tonight. Oh, Gucci.
Hey, this man, it's been fun. We'll do this again tomorrow.
Whatever.
Bye.